The National Electrical Code, or NEC, specifies the minimum mounting height for 277-volt lighting fixtures in industrial and commercial applications. The minimum allowable mounting height for 277-volt lighting fixtures is 12 feet above the floor. This requirement is found in the National Electrical Code, specifically Section 410.16c. This code section addresses the requirements for electric discharge lighting, which includes many common types of 277-volt lighting used in commercial and industrial settings. The purpose of this code requirement is to ensure safety and prevent accidental contact with energized lighting fixtures. Installing 277-volt lighting below the specified height could create a shock hazard or increase the risk of damage to the lighting fixtures themselves. The 12-foot minimum height provides a reasonable level of protection in most industrial and commercial environments. The NEC is updated every 3 years, so it is essential to consult the latest edition of the code for the most current requirements. The NEC is a comprehensive set of standards for electrical installations, and compliance with the code is essential to ensure the safety of people and property. When planning an electrical installation, it is always best to consult with a qualified electrical contractor or engineer to ensure that all applicable code requirements are met. Section 410.16 covers the specific installation requirements for luminaires, which are also known as lighting fixtures, in damp, wet, and other locations. Paragraph C, which is the one that defines the 12-foot rule, focuses specifically on electric discharge lighting. Electric discharge lighting includes fluorescent, high-intensity discharge, and LED lighting. These types of lighting operate at higher voltages compared to incandescent lamps, making it crucial to follow specific installation guidelines. The 12-foot minimum mounting height requirement in Section 410.16c applies to installations in industrial establishments, commercial buildings, and other similar locations. Industrial establishments typically involve manufacturing, processing, or assembling products. Commercial buildings encompass a wide range of occupancies, including offices, stores, and warehouses. The specific wording of the code is important. It is not just about the voltage of the lighting fixture itself, but also about the electrical discharge lighting and where it's installed. This means that even if a lighting fixture operates at a lower voltage, if it's an electric discharge type and installed in an industrial or commercial location, the 12-foot rule applies. Now let's delve a bit deeper into why this minimum height is so critical. Firstly, it's about safety. 277 volts is a significant voltage level, and direct contact can be dangerous, even fatal. By elevating the fixtures to a minimum height of 12 feet, the likelihood of accidental contact by personnel or equipment is substantially reduced. Secondly, the height helps prevent damage to the fixtures. In industrial settings, there's often movement of machinery, forklifts, and other equipment. Mounting lighting fixtures at a sufficient height minimizes the risk of impact and subsequent damage. Thirdly, proper lighting design is crucial. The 12-foot minimum height also contributes to better light distribution within the space. At this height, light can spread more evenly, reducing shadows and creating a safer and more productive environment. When installing 277-volt lighting, several factors must be considered. 1. The structural integrity of the mounting surface. The mounting structure must be capable of supporting the weight of the lighting fixture and any associated hardware. 2. The wiring methods. All wiring must comply with the NEC and be properly sized and installed to handle the voltage and current requirements of the lighting fixture. 3. The grounding. Proper grounding is essential for safety and to prevent electrical shock hazards. 4. The type of fixture. The lighting fixture must be suitable for the environment in which it is installed. For example, in damp or wet locations, the fixture must be rated for those conditions. 5. The accessibility for maintenance. While the fixtures are mounted high for safety, they must also be accessible for maintenance and repairs. This often involves the use of ladders, lifts, or other specialized equipment. Now let's talk about some specific examples of where this code requirement applies. In a warehouse, 277-volt lighting is commonly used to illuminate large storage areas. The 12-foot minimum height ensures that forklifts and other equipment can operate safely without hitting the fixtures. In a manufacturing plant, 277-volt lighting provides ample illumination for production lines and other work areas. The minimum height protects workers from accidental contact with the fixtures. In a retail store, 277-volt lighting can be used for general illumination and accent lighting. The 12-foot rule applies to the general illumination fixtures. Let's also address some common misconceptions about this code requirement. One misconception is that the 12-foot rule only applies to fluorescent lighting. While it's true that fluorescent lighting is often used in 277-volt systems, the rule applies to all electric discharge lighting, including high-intensity discharge and LED lighting. Another misconception is that the 12-foot rule is optional. This is incorrect. The NEC is a legally enforceable code, and compliance is mandatory in most jurisdictions. Failure to comply can result in fines, penalties, and even legal action. A third misconception is that the 12-foot rule applies to all lighting fixtures. This is not the case. The rule specifically applies to 277-volt electric discharge lighting in industrial and commercial locations. Other types of lighting, such as incandescent or low-voltage lighting, may have different mounting height requirements. Now let's discuss some best practices for installing 277-volt lighting. Firstly, always consult the NEC and local electrical codes. These codes provide detailed requirements for electrical installations, and it's essential to be familiar with them. Secondly, use qualified electrical contractors. Electrical work should only be performed by licensed and experienced professionals. Thirdly, inspect the installation thoroughly. Before energizing the lighting system, carefully inspect all wiring, connections, and mounting hardware to ensure that they are properly installed. Fourthly, provide adequate maintenance. Regularly inspect the lighting system for any signs of damage or wear, and perform necessary repairs promptly. Fifthly, document the installation. Keep records of all electrical work performed, including wiring diagrams, inspection reports, and maintenance records. This documentation can be helpful for future troubleshooting and maintenance. Let's delve into some specific scenarios where understanding this NEC requirement is critical. Imagine you are designing the electrical system for a new manufacturing facility. You plan to use 277-volt LED lighting to provide efficient and bright illumination throughout the production area. Before finalizing your design, you must ensure that the lighting fixtures will be mounted at least 12 feet above the floor. This not only complies with the NEC but also ensures the safety of workers and prevents damage to the fixtures from moving equipment. Or consider a situation where you're renovating an existing warehouse. The current lighting system uses outdated and inefficient fixtures, and you want to upgrade to 277-volt fluorescent lighting. During the renovation, you discover that some of the existing fixtures are mounted below the 12-foot minimum height. In this case, you must raise the fixtures to comply with the NEC or replace them with fixtures that meet the height requirement. Another scenario involves a retail store with high ceilings. The store owner wants to install decorative lighting fixtures to enhance the shopping experience. While the decorative fixtures may not be subject to the 12-foot rule, any 277-volt electric discharge lighting used for general illumination must still comply with the height requirement. Now let's discuss some of the tools and equipment needed for installing 277-volt lighting. Firstly, a voltage tester. This tool is essential for verifying that the power is off before working on any electrical circuit. Secondly, wire strippers and crimpers. These tools are used to prepare and connect wires properly. Thirdly, a ladder or lift. Depending on the mounting height, you may need a ladder or lift to safely reach the installation location. Fourthly, a level. This tool is used to ensure that the lighting fixtures are installed straight and level. Fifthly, a torque wrench. This tool is used to tighten connections to the proper torque specification, preventing loose connections and potential hazards. It's also crucial to understand the importance of overcurrent protection in 277-volt lighting systems. Overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, are designed to protect electrical circuits from excessive current flow. In a 277-volt lighting system, it's essential to use overcurrent protection devices that are properly sized for the circuit and lighting fixtures. This prevents overheating, damage to the equipment, and potential fire hazards. The NEC provides detailed requirements for overcurrent protection, including the appropriate size and type of devices for different applications. When selecting overcurrent protection devices, it's important to consider the ampacity of the wiring, the inrush current of the lighting fixtures, and any other loads on the circuit. Let's also touch upon the importance of energy efficiency in 277-volt lighting systems. With rising energy costs and increasing environmental concerns, it's essential to choose energy-efficient lighting fixtures and control systems. LED lighting is a popular choice for 277-volt systems due to its high efficiency, long lifespan, and excellent light quality. In addition to using energy-efficient fixtures, consider implementing lighting control systems such as occupancy sensors and dimmers to reduce energy consumption when lighting is not needed. These systems can automatically turn off or dim lights when a space is unoccupied or when there is sufficient natural light. Now, let's address some common troubleshooting issues in 277-volt lighting systems. One common issue is flickering lights. Flickering lights can be caused by several factors, including loose connections, faulty ballasts, or voltage fluctuations. To troubleshoot flickering lights, first check all connections to ensure they are tight and secure. If the connections are good, test the ballast to see if it's functioning properly. If the ballast is faulty, replace it with a new one. Another common issue is lights that don't turn on. This can be caused by a blown fuse, a tripped circuit breaker, or a faulty switch. To troubleshoot lights that don't turn on, first check the fuse or circuit breaker to see if it has blown or tripped. If so, replace the fuse or reset the circuit breaker. If the fuse and circuit breaker are good, test the switch to see if it's functioning properly. If the switch is faulty, replace it with a new one. A third common issue is buzzing or humming sounds from the lighting fixtures. This can be caused by a loose ballast or a faulty transformer. To troubleshoot buzzing or humming sounds, first check the ballast and transformer to ensure they are securely mounted. If the ballast or transformer is loose, tighten the mounting screws. If the noise persists, the ballast or transformer may be faulty and need to be replaced. Remember that working with 277-volt lighting systems can be dangerous, and it's essential to take all necessary safety precautions. Always disconnect the power before working on any electrical circuit, and use appropriate personal protective equipment such as safety glasses and gloves. If you're not comfortable working with electrical systems, it's best to consult with a qualified electrical contractor. In conclusion, understanding the NEC requirements for 277-volt lighting is crucial for ensuring safety and code compliance in industrial and commercial applications. The 12-foot minimum mounting height requirement in Section 410.16c is designed to prevent accidental contact with energized lighting fixtures and to provide adequate light distribution. By following best practices for installation, maintenance, and troubleshooting, you can ensure that your 277-volt lighting system operates safely and efficiently for many years to come. And always remember to consult the latest edition of the NEC and local electrical codes for the most current requirements. Finally, let's consider the long-term implications of adhering to these NEC guidelines. Compliance with the NEC is not simply a matter of following rules, it's an investment in safety, efficiency, and longevity. By adhering to the 12-foot minimum mounting height for 277-volt lighting, businesses minimize the risk of accidents, reduce maintenance costs, and ensure a well-lit, productive work environment. Moreover, compliance with the NEC demonstrates a commitment to safety and professionalism, which can enhance a company's reputation and attract customers. In today's world, where sustainability and energy efficiency are increasingly important, adhering to NEC guidelines also contributes to a more environmentally responsible approach. By using energy-efficient lighting fixtures and control systems, businesses can reduce their carbon footprint and save money on energy bills. So, while the NEC may seem like a complex and daunting set of rules, it's essential to remember that it's designed to protect people and property, promote energy efficiency, and ensure a safe and productive work environment. By understanding and adhering to these guidelines, businesses can create a brighter, safer, and more sustainable future.